Out of this world. You were there. Were you there?
Welcome in. Agree, disagree. Live from the BMW of Atlantic City studios. We're right here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey, BMW of Atlantic City. We're off exit 37 on the Parkway. Find them online, bmwofatlanticcity.com. Every Sunday, today is Friday, but every Sunday, we're brought to you by the new Soap Standard, Soap Stash LLC. Find them on the web, soapstash.com. Tom Renaud, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Mike Kelly on the ones and twos. We brought in a writer today.
What up, Kels?
We got the spike.
A special edition.
A special spike.
Agree to disagree
Yeah,
on a Friday.
It's special because it would be special if it was somebody you like's birthday, but when it's a guy you just despise, you know what I mean, you're not a fan of, then it doesn't have the same luster and appeal. But happy birthday, big fella. Nah,
Go
all
fuck
jokes.
yourself.
I love him. All right, that started quick. All right.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, really happy birthday, though.
You're
I love
best.
you.
You're
I love
best.
you. I love you. You're a problem. You're a problem.
I'm a headbutt you.
Yeah, 72-hour benders are good. 72-hour benders are appropriate.
I want a bender. That's
All
right. I am.
That's good.
I'm going to have a beer as
That's
soon as
good.
we're done.
All right. We'll go buyers and sellers.
I don't
MLB
have a
trade
kid
deadline.
or a wife.
No, you're good.
Why shouldn't I be on the bender?
We're jelly. We're jealous. We're not upset or bothered by it. We like your style. Nobody's mad at
I
you.
hate your guts.
All right. Buyers and sellers, MLB trade deadline. We'll do a little MLB whip around later on in the show. John Gruden wants to come back to coaching. A place, where could he land? We'll give some landing spots possibly. Doug Peterson, best worst case scenario. Michael Kendricks said he requested a trade this offseason.
See ya.
We'll give you the Eagles' response to Michael Kendricks in a little bit.
Pack your bags, Mike.
But our main topic is going to be Eagles tonight, or today. I'm so used to saying tonight because we go on Sunday nights. Our main topic today is going to be heavy Eagles, and it's going to be best worst case scenarios. So our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Best case scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC champs, division champs, or worst case, under 500, Peterson and coaching staff get fired. Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. HUD Radio is where you can find us. The best in the business. It's time to go to work. We'll answer all your questions. Something you want to chime in on, let us know. YouTube chat, Facebook, live. We're everywhere, Daddy.
We're over.
Whoever wants to start the birthday boy,
Whatever.
What?
you like the boy comment,
Best
too,
case,
some guys
worst
are mad.
case here?
Yeah, best case, worst case. Go with your best.
We figured the Phillies are stale at the moment. We might as well start talking some birds, That's why we're here. So I'm going to go, okay, so I'm going to say worst case for me is like 7-9. Like just below 500. I don't think Doug gets fired. I mean, that would be upsetting if we're 7-9, but I just don't see it. I really don't. I think best case is we win at least a game in the playoffs. Like probably 2 games. NFC Championship, I don't think we can get past that, but if we got the NFC Championship, it would be huge. It's like the starter of when Donovan got there real young in 2001. When we lost to St. Louis, who ended up winning it. Like I feel like Atlanta's primed to win it all this year, especially after blowing it last year. So I could see us seeing them in the NFC Championship. And if that happens, anything can happen.
And that's
so
your,
who knows?
And that's your
but
best case.
My best case is us making it to like the NFC Championship.
All right, and your worst case is 7-9.
Us like 7-9, 6-10, 7-9. Doug doesn't get fired though.
All right.
It's just a bad season. Like shit doesn't go well. Maybe we have some injuries.
Fair enough. Sweepsy?
I mean, you're going like realistic stuff. I mean,
realistic.
I was going to say because your best case should always be the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I understand.
We're not going to get that.
I understand that. I mean,
I would love. Are you kidding me? I'll jerk off.
I know you would.
In front in the middle of the street.
I know you do
really
that
too. I really would.
Just to clarify, when that happens,
I'd probably get arrested.
When that happens, he will be in the middle of the street.
We'll go live. We'll go Facebook Live. Don't worry.
Yep. All right.
No one wants to see that. I wouldn't go Facebook Live for that.
No, but you're the one bringing it up.
But, for me, probably a home playoff game. It's been a while. I would say.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
It's like Stain.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Little home playoff game, and then the worst case is probably like Willie had it. He kind of hit it on the head because if you don't want to be a tweener, because if you're going to be terrible, at least you get a top pick again, and we're tired of this town. We're tired of draft picks. I mean, we've had enough through the Sixers.
We've trusted enough process.
And the Phillies and stuff. We're tired of that. So but that's not a worst case scenario because that's just. I mean, that's an awful season and people are jumping off the wagon again, and then you're dealing with that again. So, but at least you get something to show for. If you're in between, if you're a tweener, man, you get nothing.
Yeah, 7-9, 8-8, 7-9 is not good.
Oh, it's not good enough.
So
it's not good enough for this football team.
You're not making the playoffs, and you're getting like 15th pick.
I like where your head is at on that case. I would say probably a devastating injury. And I'm not mentioning any names. I'm just saying, what I mean. So we're not putting the horns on anybody. But that, to me, that'll set you back. That sets you back.
We know
that's
who
devastating.
it is.
Yeah, that's devastating right there.
That's if Carson gets hurt, we're in big trouble. I mean, we know that.
All right, that's a given.
We know it.
Yeah, that's a given.
I expect Carson to take the next step, though, and have a very good year. I think he's got the receiving core now to do it. I think I'm still worried about our running backs, but I feel like we have enough guys there that maybe we could, rotate guys in and get it done. I do like LeGarrette, but he's more of a short yardage guy to me.
And that was an issue,
I don't think he plays much.
But that was a big issue.
That's why.
He's the first down back.
Now
I agree.
Now we're talking inside the hash marks. We're talking inside the 20 red zone offense. You got a guy that can go get it upstairs, and you got a power back.
Something you need. Two things that you really needed.
It's huge.
And everybody sits there and says, "Hey, we want to trade touchdowns for field goals." I get that, but. The Eagles right now have that brought in some weapons to avoid that.
I mean, think about it. For the last 4 years, guys that we were like our red zone targets were Riley Cooper. People were hanging their hat on because he was tall. I mean, we had no legitimate red zone.
Alshon Jeffrey's a legitimate.
This is what I'm saying. The upgrade's been here. LeGarrette Blount's
first off, we have a guy. We finally have a guy we've been talking about. We finally have a guy who can get you 1,400 yards in a year. Can get you 10, 12 touchdowns in a year in Alshon Jeffrey. He's done it before. He can do it.
And he's done it with a quarterback who can't do it.
With Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler's just a guy to me. It's not like Jay Cutler was making him special. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He already was special.
And he got the short yardage goal line guy. Short yardage goal line guy.
And he got the goal line back, so. I'm pumped, dude. I agree. I can't wait.
No, I am
but
too.
I think the worst case, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Just to segue into the worst case again, it would be Doug being fired. I know people don't like him, and I'm not a Doug guy, but I'm saying bad organizations continue to fire their coaches, and that's why they're bad.
Yeah.
So we've always talked about it. You got to have that 3-year plan at least.
You have to.
This is year 2.
Yeah, you can't fire him.
This is year 2,
I don't fire
now
him.
you're going to start over again. So
if you fire him, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible move. I know people don't like him,
but
whatever. You can't fire him.
Yeah. He's got to take that next step.
Just because he looks like he pushes carts at the act.
Yeah, he's just got to take that next step.
He just has that look to him.
You know what I mean? He made a ton of mistakes, all right, that, football guys shouldn't make. So I know people are saying, like, a rookie coach, but there's moves that not, that
Listen, I was
we
critical.
hope our young kids don't even make,
Yeah.
So, but if he grows from it and is able to make some adjustments, then, we'll see how how year 2 goes, but.
Well, my best case scenario is right with you. I mean, it's going to the NFC Championship game. I'm not talking about winning or nothing like that, but that's the best case. And it's realistic because if the kid takes the next step and the progression,
we have a shot at it.
And you brought talent around him. I mean, he has 4 wideouts to speak of who have talent. He has Sproles out of the backfield. He has a tight end who's talented. I'm just making a point. He's deeper. It's deeper. You can shake your head all goddamn day. It's deeper. You're gonna lie. Is it not deeper?
It is deeper.
So shut your mouth and stop trying to play something.
I love how you throw the 4 receivers in there.
But it is 4. It is 4.
You knew it was coming.
I didn't know it was coming.
Nelson's cutting a week.
He's not cutting a week. How much you want to put on?
He's not going to get cut.
How much you want to put on?
They save money by not cutting him. He's not going to get cut.
Get cute. So he's going to cut in a week.
He's not going to get cut.
It's outlandish.
But he should be cut.
Dude, you got to give him
I don't
this
think
year.
he sees the field, dude.
You got to give him this year to see if
he fucking stinks.
Okay, we'll make the assessment after this year.
Your other guy who I've been telling you stinks.
My other guy
got cut.
That's fine.
Finally got snipped.
And who's that on?
You.
It's on me. I picked him now. I picked him, right? It's on the GM that you've been praising. That you've been on your knees for. That's who it's
here
on.
He goes. That's who it's
on.
Probably Chip. I'll give it Chip.
Okay, now it's on Chip.
I'll give it Chip.
All right, can I say my best case again?
Yep. Go ahead.
NFC Championship game, and that's because of Carson.
All right, yeah.
All right, and I believe there's enough weapons around him. You're talking about Sproles out of the backfield. You're a little deeper at running back. You drafted 2 other wide receivers. One that that legitimately play wide out. The other more of a special teams guy. All right, so you're just deeper all around. And he's got weapons. You got Humphreys out of the backfield. Now he's a guy who's like a Sproles type who can do things. You talk about Ertz as well. So, I mean, it's deep. It's deep with talent. So he's got plenty of weapons. And I think he's going to take the next step because he's a worker too, which I think we all love about him. So that's where I can see best case. I would even be a best case division champs because I think that's really realistic to me. I mean, I think if the team's healthy, they're going to win the division. That's my opinion. If they're healthy,
that's
a home
game,
playoff
like he
game.
said. Yeah, it's a home playoff game.
What number? What number wins?
Can I get a low? Can I get a low, Daddy? Good to have you
10
back.
and 6, I think.
10.
11 and 5,
11
maybe,
yeah.
maybe,
11 and 5, 10 and
maybe
6.
10 and 6, 11 and 5.
Cowboys definitely take a step back this year.
Yeah.
Yo.
Chime in, buddy. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Smart. I mean,
That's
I'm
why,
right with you. That's the big.
That's why you get a non-Cowboy fan on the fucking mic over there.
That's why.
Because the Pope over there would just be stewing.
Like, what an absolute shit show that place is, though. The one time they try to do the right thing, Lucky Whitehead's innocent. It's incredible. Like, I just sit back and laugh. Jerry Jones is an abomination, and he's such a piece of shit. It's awesome just to watch what they do. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, now I'm going to take a stand. You know what I mean? This guy's shoplifting at Wawa. And the dude was on the plane, wasn't even in the state.
Yeah. Wasn't him. He's not lucky, I'll tell you that.
You fucking piece of shit.
He ain't his first name, I'll tell you that.
Ezekiel's knocking out DJs, dude. You're good, man.
You're
He's just a young guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to handle fame yet.
Yeah, let me get into the culture.
Thanks, Jerry. You fucking roach.
You know what, though? I'll tip my cap to Jerry for one thing, is that I seen he said that if everyone needs to stand with their hand on their chest during the anthem on the Cowboys, or they won't be on the Cowboys. I said, okay, I like that. I do like that. But Roach, yeah, 100%.
That should come.
You
from
know
Goodell.
that Ezekiel's
That
not.
should come from Goodell. You know
well, that should come from Goodell.
What I mean?
I totally agree.
Well, yeah, you said it's him trying to. That's his stance. Here we go. I mean, listen, we're living by the law here. We're not going to.
We're lucky. Well,
He's like the 15th
he's stealing. We got him. We're gonna cut him.
They were all saying the other night,
They walked out with a classic hoagie. They're ready to.
Before shows,
Hoagie Fest is back.
That the Cowboys have the least amount of arrests, and I was like, well, it doesn't matter. It's perception. And when the same owner's there from back in the day when they had a ton of arrests, that perception never goes away, even if you have the least amount of arrests, because the guy who's in charge.
That. Who said that?
The guy who's in charge.
Who told you that the Cowboys have the least amount of arrests? I don't believe that one bit.
Google it.
No way.
Okay. Dude, it's real.
I dispute that fact.
All right.
Does that mean while they were playing with the Cowboys or over their lifetime? Because Michael Irvin might have gotten arrested a couple times after.
No. Not the lowest amount of arrests.
Thanks, Michael.
In the last 4 years, they have the lowest. Not the lowest, but they're not the highest. You know what I mean? They're some of the,
Well,
like the
San
lowest
Fran,
arrest rates.
what's it called for San Fran was getting arrested every 2 weeks. So
Dez has-
Remember, a lot of guys.
Aldon Smith was getting arrested every 2
A
weeks.
lot of guys are getting PED suspensions for the Cowboys more than they're getting arrested.
Dez hasn't got caught yet.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what I mean? It's more PED stuff for the Cowboys than it's been of them being in the news for bad stuff and stupid shit than it's been on the in the lines of, oh, you know what I mean? Guys are getting arrested.
Yeah.
But the perception is that that's who they are. The White House on the cul-de-sac back in the 90s where, you know, there wasn't an escort service not in the building.
You are your
All right?
perception,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, well, like Mike said, I mean, they did enough. I was just gonna say they did enough back then for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
they do,
driving
yeah.
around in a van full
Yeah.
of weed, in a van down by the river full of weed.
Living in a van down by the river.
They knew he's got like 320 pounds of marijuana and and probably a couple pounds of cocaine in this car. Just driving down the highway.
best is that he got arrested with like 180 pounds. Then he got like back out, and then he got arrested again with like 340. It's like,
Just up
he
it.
doubled up.
Yeah. Trying to make his money back.
Doubled up.
Most recently, them
other
signing
idiot, why
Greg
not?
Hardy. Them signing Greg Hardy puts a statement out there that they're going to allow domestic violence and, you know, all types of guys like that on the team. And then you cut a guy like Whitehead for shoplifting. It's like, where do your morals at?
Right?
This is why I bring guy in.
I mean, he might have to make himself available on Sunday night.
Well, that's why-
I mean, this
that's
is
why
real
we
talk.
thought-
This is real talk out
Yeah.
of Mike Calvin.
Put
That's
the kid
why-
to bed and then come over, Mike.
That's why the odds were.
Let's go.
That's why we figured the odds were like 2 to 5 that they were going to take Connolly from Ohio State. No way he passed their face.
The cornerback?
Yeah, the corner. They're, you know,
Well, him or the
they're
Raiders?
rapist. Yeah,
Him or the
yeah,
Raiders?
yeah.
Did he go to the Raiders?
Yeah.
Some chime-ins. Penny, happy birthday, Wills. Bring it today.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Ben.
That's debatable. That birthday, yes. but
First
to
off,
bring it
always
in, you
bring
never
it.
know.
I'll bury Tom in his sleep.
Jeff Kuhn, Eagles should be decent. They are just in a really tough division. Who do they play outside their division? Where do they go?
Well, they play the AFC West.
AFC West because they got the Chiefs early.
AFC West, yeah, AFC West.
They got
Tough.
they got the Raiders, the Chargers.
First off, we start with 3 or 4 games on the road. 3 of the first 4 are on the road, which is tough.
They
That's a
open
tough
up
start.
against the Giants, I think, week 4 at home or week 3
Week
at home.
3.
Week
That's
3
our
at home.
first home game is Giants.
Yeah.
But we go road, home, road. It's a
right.
tough first 4. You come out 2-2.
You're in a
Decently
good,
happy.
You're in a good situation. You're in a good spot coming out 2-2.
You need to come out 2-2. 3-1 would be great, but you need to come out 2-2.
Charlie Rice, if we can add Kyle Fuller in a trade and hope Mills and Douglas do their job, I see NFC Championship.
I don't even know if we have to add Kyle Fuller, but I know people are talking about Kyle Fuller. But
They go Redskins, Chiefs, Giants, Chargers, Cardinals, Panthers, Skins again, 49ers, Denver, Cowboys, the Bears, Seahawks,
Cowboys both at the end.
Rams, Giants, the Raiders, and they finish up with the Cowboys.
Raiders is like Christmas.
That-
Raiders is on Christmas. I
that
think.
Cowboys
Chris-
is New Year's Eve.
Christmas is going to be good this year because you're going to have the Sixers in the morning or the afternoon as a national game, and then you're going to have the Eagles later on. And there's going to be a lot of
Eagles-
people.
That's a
going,
good one.
A lot of
Christmas
people
night,
going
yeah.
to both
We're
those
back, baby.
games.
We're
Yeah.
back, baby. That's what that is.
It's
That's
Philly
a
on the
stamp
map.
saying, hey,
Back,
we're here.
we back.
We're here.
You got-
Them boys,
you got
we them
Simmons
boys.
and Embiid and Fultz playing on Christmas,
Oh,
and you get
dude.
to watch the.
How great's that
and
going to
Wentz
be?
and-
I mean, that just for the Sixers
We don't have to
alone.
get into Sixers talk.
No, but just
yeah,
in the Sixers alone, just playing Christmas, playing
First
that
off,
game.
it's
playing that game is so important.
Them
It means
putting us
so
on
much.
that game, it's because everyone knows. I've been saying this.
Watch out.
Everybody knows the Sixers are coming.
Yep.
They're coming. Everybody knows it. We're coming.
To get back to that ceiling that you were talking about, the defensive backs and the Eagles, that's a major question mark.
No, that's our
You know
biggest.
it is.
It's our
It is.
biggest question.
Patrick Robinson's not good enough. I mean, he's
No.
not good enough. I mean, that's
We need
that's
Jalen Mills
Band-Aid.
to play well.
Mills has to
Mills
be
has
one.
to play well.
But guess what? A big addition, a big bring back here, a guy who was hurt was Ron Brooks because he
I like Ron Brooks.
Your
Listen,
nickel.
they
Your
were real
nickel.
good. I mean, we all say Lane Johnson was the reason why we crumbled, but a lot of it
When
defensively.
Malcolm played safety
Yep,
and
and had
Brooks
to
played
get moved
third
up.
corner, yeah.
Defensively is when Ron Brooks went out. So
Yeah.
when now having Brooks back, a guy who can actually play the nickel is so important. A guy who can play in the slot means so much because now Malcolm can stay back
And
where
safety,
he belongs.
where he belongs.
I don't
yeah.
even want to get into that.
Well, it's where he's
But-
better.
Listen,
it's
they're
where,
dumb.
it's where he's better.
It's the dumbest thing in the world when they do that though. When they've done that over the past couple of years, like of
course.
I
When
think
they bring
record
Malcolm
down.
back
That goes-
Now you're hurting two spots.
Oh, that goes
Now you're
to
hurting
my,
two spots.
Yeah,
that
because
ties into
that
my
ties into Doug.
That ties in my point here.
Well,
Well,
Doug
no,
hasn't been
I'm
here
going.
more
I'm
than last
going.
year.
I'm going underneath. I'm going underneath Doug. That ties into my point. That's Jim Schwartz.
Yep.
Jim Schwartz is on the hot seat for me. He's got enough pieces, right? He's got to be able to make adjustments, right? I don't give a shit if you're not a blitzing guy. You understand how you got this wide 9 stuff? Mix some stuff in. If you're not getting to the quarterback,
you gotta
mix
do
things
something.
up. You gotta mix
Gotta
things
do
up.
something.
You can't leave bad corners on an island
Hopefully
if you're not
Barnett-
getting to the quarterback.
Hopefully Barnett gets to the QB.
Hey, well, Fletcher Cox has to get it done
Oh,
consistently.
absolutely.
Listen, too much money tied into your high.
I
don't care.
I don't agree with
Listen,
that.
okay.
I think Fletcher Cox is a monster. And
Nobody's
he's been
taking.
a monster. Always been a monster.
Hold on. I love Fletcher Cox. Let's not take anything away from it. I'm saying consistently, not only at home but on the road. His splits are not good away from home. When you get paid that much money, and you're one of the best D tackles in football, and you're getting paid like it, you beat doubles. That's all I'm saying. There was a lot of excuses last year. Oh, double, this, that, and the third. Okay, now. There's now Timmy Jernigan, who's a pass rusher himself, who can get to the quarterback a little
Barnett.
bit.
And the kid.
Burnett,
Don't forget about the kid.
and Brandon Graham. There's no excuse for him not to consistently get it done. That's all I'm saying. I'm not taking
you're
a shot.
right. You're right.
I'm taking a shot.
You're
I love
right.
Fletcher.
You're right.
It's my
You're
guy.
right about that.
But consistently needs to get it done.
What I disagree with is people that bring up the point that a strong defensive line helps your defensive back somewhat, but it doesn't cover it completely when you're relying on a 7th-round pick to be your starting cornerback. When you say Jalen Mills, you're relying on a 7th-round pick.
Yeah, but he's better than a 7th-round pick. He's a piece of shit. That's why I got picked 7th round.
Listen, he's an LSU guy.
But even the best corners
shots.
can't cover for 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So,
True.
You got to get to the quarterback.
You still need a guy. You
need a little bit of both. You need both.
No, you have to be able to cover.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
But listen, we're going to be able to cover in the slot better, okay? And Patrick Robinson's the guy, but at least he has some starting experience.
He's been in the league.
Yeah. All right, and Jalen Mills has a work ethic that I love. And if you just watch the video from him and LSU having to get through that drill of, like, every player and just, like, the fight he has in him, I like guys like that. I like fighters, man. Is he a one? Time will tell. He's young. But the fact that he has experience, he got some of his feet wet last year, had some time, that should bode well for him coming into this year in a bigger starting spot because he really was, outside of Carroll, he was almost a one by the end of the year. So he got that experience, which is huge, him coming into this year. It's huge. But I mean, listen,
I agree.
If you have to go at Kyle Fuller, huge. If you have to go at another guy, you should have handled in the all season. That should have been more of a. I get it, Sidney Jones, but he's not a play right now guy. So you should have addressed it somewhere. Maybe Derek Barnett shouldn't have been the pick. Maybe he should have been a corner.
Oh, here you go.
I'm just making a point though. It's about Howie, but my point is about Howie. Now you got to one of a huge position on a football team. You need to address. You're looking to address now.
I agree.
That's a tough thing to fill out.
We've been saying it though. The secondary's weak. We know.
I know we've known.
Did it take him long to figure that out? Because the secondary is weak. It's weak.
That's my point. Is it taking him that long? What's going on?
After us seeing what they did in free agency as well, they targeted wide receiver. Obviously, they didn't really.
We should score points.
But they didn't target cornerback free agents. So it should have been addressed in the draft. They took a shot in the third round.
It's all right. Who cares?
Was Douglas, 3rd round?
Yeah.
Rasul?
Yeah.
Maybe Rasul will be good.
Maybe Sidney Jones wasn't the right pick, and when they took him, and they could.
I'm okay with Sidney.
Taking somebody got to start this year.
All right, a couple of people chiming in. Sean
It's
Moss.
a bad injury. That's what we've talked about.
It's a bad injury.
We know he's a hell of a talent and great year. Maybe we got to steal, but the Achilles heel is a monster injury.
It's a bad injury
for a guy that needs to cut and rely on speed and cover guys. Come on, I don't know if he'll ever come back.
It's a full year injury.
It's
a full year.
Sure.
Jarrell K, Friday afternoon show. This is like an early start to happy hour. You take a sip of Jack right here, Wells. Okay, take a rip. Take a rip for the people. Show them you're a bulldog.
No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, you soft? Let's go. You soft? Is it big dog soft?
He's soft.
Little kid? Little power? Easy with the plastic all over the floor, big dog. All right, have a little class.
Thing.
Apologize for that.
You kidding me right now?
Kid soft. Kid proof. Take a rip for the people.
I'm going to need that water.
No, take it. Yeah. There he is.
There he
Happy
is.
birthday. Look at him.
Salute.
I had too much last night. That's not good.
Bit the dog that bit you.
Pour one out for the homies.
Bit the dog that bit you.
Hair of the dog. Whew, Jesus, that's terrible. Wow.
Warm Jack, huh?
It's so bad. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Sure, it's not good at all.
Nicky, you couldn't have got it
Absolutely
chilled for him?
I didn't think he was going to drink it right now. It's for it's for this weekend.
Appreciate the present, though.
It's for a little pocket.
Somebody's got
for
something.
this weekend.
Somebody's giving presents.
In his pocket, he just.
There you go.
He's down the Ocean Drive or wherever he's going to be hanging. He's.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hit La Costa tomorrow.
You got a place to stay?
I think Tommy's
Beach?
Tommy's band. I know people that are living down there. So
Lifeguard stand.
I'm gonna sleep on their floor. Lifeguard stand's not a bad idea if it comes to it.
Well, with what you slept on last night, it might be an upgrade.
The couch, it's the size of this cushion right here. The couch I slept on last night. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got there either.
Big fella's nimble.
Well, you got to thank
Oh,
Nick.
the kid is nimble.
You got to thank Nick for picking you up too.
He's athletic.
Kid's athletic. Don't let the frame fool you.
Never.
Kid's athletic.
I said it.
Seriously.
He can stroke it, Trey.
Tommy ain't never beat me in anything in his life.
Here we go.
Anything in his
the
fucking
pound
life.
has been freaking retracted.
Nothing.
You understand that? The pound that came out
Good.
is retracted back in.
Retract
back in the hole.
Retracted.
I'll beat
You
you.
never beat me in anything in your life. You know that, right?
I'll go down and go right now playing basketball.
But
I'll
be
go down and
honest.
beat you
Be
right now.
honest with the people.
What have we played?
Have you ever beat me in
Willie
any
was struck
sporting
at
event
three.
in your life? Ever?
What have we played besides basketball?
Oh my God.
Mini golf.
Oh yeah. Have you ever beat me in basketball?
We
No,
played one-on-one
no,
maybe
no.
once.
You never have.
And I checked into a fence.
Tell the people that you never have.
One time we played one-on-one. That's it.
Oh
The
my
days
God.
of our lives.
Anytime we ever
Looking
played,
through the
you got
hourglass.
smoked.
What, when you're on another team at
Smoked.
3-on-3? I mean,
Smoked.
you know.
And you got smoked
I
because
don't cover
I'm
you.
dominating and you're
I
not
don't cover
playing
you.
well.
Okay, I always play well. I always
always dominate.
I always show up.
I dominate.
I always show up.
Always.
I'm always showed up. Okay?
Showed up.
Hey, you
Showed
know
up.
what I heard?
The one thing
Showed
that's
up.
the one thing I always can bring is I showed up.
He
Tom,
didn't
I
show
heard
up.
something about John Gruden today.
Yeah, hold on. We can get into it. Hold on.
I believe me and Ron roasted you and Obi like
That's
2
on
a.m.
Obi.
one time.
Obi
too.
struggled.
Oh, that's on Obi.
Obi
Here
struggled.
he goes.
He struggled.
He's going to throw
For
the
people to know,
he's
Obi
going to throw a
struggled.
partner
He
right
struggled.
under the
Paul
bus.
George.
No question.
up,
Right
Paul
under the
George?
bus. Yeah,
Struggle.
Paul George.
Hey,
Struggle.
what's up, Paul?
Paul George. Hey, Paul, how are
I
you?
told him not to take that shot. I told him not to take that shot. I told him.
Listen, Sweep,
Paul.
what really happened is that somebody got worked.
Okay. You're gonna
Somebody got
go
work.
back. He's going back like
Tough to
9 years.
That's fine. 9 years.
Dude, I'll beat
But
you right now.
we're going even farther
Right
back.
now,
One,
I'm gonna beat
you have no shot of beating me
Okay.
ever. You can't beat me.
Pit
First of all,
stop.
You can't beat. I own you.
quicker than you.
Sunshine
I
Park.
I don't
right
care
up
what
the
you
street.
are. You can
Okay.
you can say you're quicker than me. It's fine. Make a shot.
Tough
Because
cover.
I'm burying shots all day. Where you
No,
at?
you're not.
I make shots all day.
Tom, let's
You
bring-
know it.
let's bring in the
Yeah, the
Mike
funny
Poole.
thing is that you know it
No, I didn't know that that you're not burying shots right now.
all day.
Period. You're not burying shots.
All day.
Okay.
Stretch 4. It's a tough cover.
It used
I
to
might be a stretch
not
five.
anymore. Used to be, not anymore.
Oh my God! Not only will I beat you up, down low, I'll bury shots too.
Dude, I don't even need to take you into the post.
Into the woodshed?
What are you gonna do?
What am I going to do? I'm
You
going
gonna
to
go
hit
around
shots.
me?
Yeah, I'll go
You
around
ain't
you.
hitting no shots.
Tommy's got a strong
easily
left.
go around
He's got
you.
a strong left.
Mike, I'm not burying shots in the pool.
That's what I say. I think
All
you
right.
got to take this in the pool.
We're taking some long distance shots around the world. Kids burying shots. So don't question the ability to hit shots. That's in the pool. That's tough. That's no lower body. No, we're deep. Mike, your pool's deep. A lot of that. Big round
This
one.
is incredible.
He just took it to the pool. He took it to
All right,
pool
real quick.
basketball.
Let me read some of these comments
Phelpsy,
out. Sean
all right.
Malls. FY Eagles have more players arrested than Cowboys since 2000. All right.
No one cares.
Vinny Maston, best case
Sean
scenario.
Moss, go fuck yourself.
Vinny Maston.
Don't stick up for the Cowboys ever on our show. You can do that shit with when the Pope's here.
Vinny Maston, best case scenario is division champs. To think this team can get to the bowl, I don't know. I
No.
guess anything can happen, but no way.
No, I'm with you, Vin. I don't see there's any
No.
chance. I mean, I would love them to. I'm rooting for it. I just don't see that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody said
Yeah.
that. It was just one of those best case,
Yeah.
worst case.
Best case. You know,
Like you
division
should always,
champs. Go.
that should always be at the
NFC
top of your
championship, maybe.
list if you're talking best case. You know, to me, it's
Yeah,
that's
Super
just
Bowl
a-
win should
That's
be-
just the way I've made lists my whole life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like best case scenario. You know,
Yup.
you sleep with a
Champion.
supermodel.
Yeah.
You know,
And if he lands here, you're good.
Back in my college days, I landed. I screwed a supermodel. That's it. That was the top of the list when I went out on a Friday night.
Worst case.
Oh, I ended up with an ogre. Either way, I was getting laid.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Kevin Van Skyver wants to know what's the weight limit on the couch. I said 2,500.
We might be exceeding it.
What's an elevator's weight limit?
Tell Kevin Manscarver to fuck himself.
I think it's a good number.
You've said it. You've said everybody.
I love
everybody.
Kevin.
You've told everybody
but
to go.
He can fuck himself too.
He's told everybody to go there.
What's up, Sky?
The spicy birthday guy.
The Skive.
This Sky. Does he own UPS now, or?
No, he's back up in Willow Grove. Enjoy that ride to Willow Grove, Kev.
Rob Posey
Sucks
says
to
best
you.
case scenario division champs. Worst case Peterson coach staff get fired.
Worst case, we're the Cowboys. Thanks, Pope.
Michael Kendricks.
Zipove.
Michael Kendricks today talked about he requested a trade this offseason. Eagles' response: "You're young and talented. We're not into that." Thoughts?
I mean, I don't think he's that young or talented, but
I'm just saying.
I'm not a Kendricks guy. I'll be honest with you. I don't
can't-
think he's done anything for 2.5 years.
He can't keep
cover.
himself on the field.
He hasn't done anything for 2.5 years. Like 3 years ago, we were like, "Yo, this Michael Kendricks can play a little bit." He hasn't done shit since. You gotta show me. You gotta show me something.
Yeah, because he was.
Show me, Bama.
We liked his athleticism, ability to get sideline to sideline. He made some plays, quick, all them things.
He ain't done
but
much.
when you're not on the field, man, best ability is availability, and when you're not on the field, it's hard to say.
It seemed
it's
like
hard
he-
to
it
say
seemed
that
like
I
he
won't
was
trade
trying
you.
to-
Like why? Like you're young, you're talented. We're not into that. What do you mean, Howie? You should be into anything that's open to make your team better.
Let's list
Right? I mean, that's what
who
you
I'm
are
okay-
the
I'm
Eagles
okay with keeping him.
linebackers. Let's look at the Eagles linebackers.
They're
Jordan
not
Hicks.
deep after all.
And let's look
Jordan
where
Hicks was
he
hurt.
ranks amongst those linebackers.
No, he's your starter because what you have.
He's third.
Out of them three, he's
We'll
third.
list them. It goes Jordan Hicks.
Bragum
Okay.
and
Nigel Brodham and then him. Yeah.
then him.
Okay.
And Brodham flat out will take your neck off.
So realistically, he's
I
He'll
like
bring,
the
he'll
way-
bring a gun to the. He'll bring a gun to the fucking airport. I'll tell
how
you that.
much does Kendricks actually play then? He don't play on third and long.
I was gonna say he didn't. He seemed like he was kind of in Schwartz's doghouse last year. I didn't see him on the field a ton. Like any sort of
It went
nickel, any
healthy.
sort of nickel situation. Yeah, any
Went
sort of
healthy.
nickel situation or dime, he wasn't on the field.
That's what I meant when I said he can't stay on the field. He can't. He doesn't play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Michael.
I
But
don't know-
also he
I
can't
don't
stay
know if
healthy.
he- and I don't
And
know
then when he's healthy, he's not on the field that much.
But I don't even know if he deserves to play. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he makes plays, but he makes plays and then doesn't make the full play. Does that make sense? Like he'll get free, but then he won't bring the running back down.
Oh, he missed a lot of open field
Right?
tackles. He missed
Like,
a lot of
he'll
open
cover
field tackles.
anybody.
He'll
Can't cover.
he'll put himself in a
Can't
position.
cover.
He can't cover. So
He'll
I mean,
be in a
it's
good
just-
position and not
then
make a
not make the
play,
play.
or
Yeah.
he'll miss a ton of open field tackles. That's his MO. I mean,
I don't like him.
something we did well to start the season off last year is we tackled really well in the open field, and something we would talk about on shows is that we're getting it done. We're getting it done. We're stopping guys as soon as they catch the football.
It ended quick,
and it ended, and it
It
got
ended
worse
real-
and worse,
ended-
and it
ended
started
real
with.
quick.
I started with Brooks going out,
No
but
yaks.
Why we played that because Kendrick wasn't playing?
no, we just tackled well as a group. We just tackled well as a group.
Yeah, because Kendrick was on the sideline.
I don't know how much he was on the sideline though to start the year.
Yeah,
He played some.
but anyways,
Played enough at the beginning.
The Eagles could move on without him. Is the bottom
Oh, yeah,
line,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
Of course,
agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean they have guys underneath them that aren't anything special, but I mean, who's he?
It's time.
Yeah, he's
You know,
not,
the guy
it's time
above him's
for,
not that
he's
special.
gotta
so
show
it's,
something.
it's time for Jordan Hicks to become a
The man.
superstar. You think?
It got, yeah.
He
I think it's time-
better be a
it's time to
star.
be-
He's
gotta be a
getting,
leader of the defense.
he's getting
Yeah.
hurt. He's getting hurt on his fucking honeymoon or whatever. I don't know what he's
But you
doing.
know what I'm saying? Like it's time. It's time.
What
We
if-
like
Oh, no,
him.
it's
We
time-
like him,
you
know,
won't be
it's
a
time-
star.
Yeah, it's
You
time.
won't
to
be a
that
star. It's time to
linebacker-
be a star.
Time to be that linebacker.
Did he
stud,
break
you know what I
it
mean?
though? Did he break it? I mean, I was hearing reports that he broke it at one point.
What?
His hand.
No, I thought, is it broken? I thought he's okay. He's okay, but he got hurt. He hurt himself.
Getting out of
Like
pool.
falling out of a pool or something.
Yeah.
The fuck is he doing? Who gets
Great
hurt?
athlete, man.
What kind of an athlete gets hurt? That sounds like just sounds fake to me.
Freak stuff.
Yeah, getting out of a pool.
Yeah, like what? It makes no sense to me. Doesn't even make sense. Senseless.
No, it definitely
It's a
is.
victimless crime.
No, it definitely is. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So Gruden, some spots you think?
Z.
Well, hold on,
Gruden.
before Gruden, let's go. Best worst case scenario for Doug Peterson. I'm gonna say it all ties in to Carson. He's as good as Carson is, and that's
Well,
what it's
yeah,
gonna come
I
down
mean,
to.
it does tie into
But go ahead, give me
Carson.
your best worst case scenarios for Doug Peterson.
For Doug the Slug, fuck, I don't know. I mean,
Growth for me, growth.
Yeah,
I mean, like
yeah,
you
you
got
gotta play
in-game management. Like don't be screwing up timeouts. Don't be challenging for 2 yards. Stuff that is juvenile stuff that you can
Yes.
just watch TV and be like, "What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
What are you
Using
doing?"
your
Don't-
quarterback as a lead blocker after you got a
Yeah,
concussion protocol.
just
Like,
just silly stuff. So the
Don't-
in-game stuff for him's got to be improved.
don't
and
fucking
then-
have me be like, why is he doing that? I
Yeah.
don't, because I did that a lot last year. Like,
Yeah.
why is he doing that?
Yep.
Yeah. But besides that, yeah. And then, I mean, best case, worst case is like hopefully he fixes those things, and maybe if they have a terrible year, he probably gets fired. But I don't see it. I mean, like we said,
Yeah, worst case,
he's not getting fired.
He
He's not-
digresses. Worst,
yeah.
he gets
Yeah, he
worse.
gets
you know what I
worse.
mean? Like,
That would be
you know what I
bad.
mean? That's,
Well, you want
that's
to see
what-
out of him.
Best
out
case-
of him and
best
Carson,
case
you
he
want to
fi-
see.
Oh, yeah,
Best
that's
case,
what I'm
growth,
saying.
like
So
progression.
worst
Progression.
case is he goes this way. Yeah.
Is there a number that gets him fired?
Yeah, 3 or 4 wins gets him fired easy.
You think he's here 6-10?
Yes. That's the
Expectations are high, though. Great question.
He's worse than 6-10. He gets fired.
Okay.
I mean, expectations are up there, though. So
We better not be
it's a real good
fucking.
question.
We better fucking not be 6-10. I'll
Well,
tell you
what were
that.
they, 7-9 last year? You got to get better than that.
If we're 6-10, I'll lose my shit.
Mike, there's no excuse if this football team's healthy to not be a playoff team. Zero. Zilch. You hear me? And I demand that from Howie Roseman all the way down. I demand that. And I'm talking.
We better be over 500.
I'm not talking about firing Doug Peterson. I'm talking about I might go up. I might start looking.
We better be over 500.
Right? You understand me?
We better be over 500.
This is
like 9-7.
You want to talk about?
We better be at least 9-7.
You want to talk about make or break years for Howie Roseman? I'll tell you, this is a make or break year for Howie Roseman because if this is not a playoff team with this roster, if they're healthy, it's on one guy and one guy only, and that's on Howie Roseman. It's going to start with him because these are his moves. Now these are his players. No, this is freaking real. This is how organizations work. He's been in charge for a long time.
He has, yeah.
So at some point you have to like they were talking the other night. Derek Barnett might not be their opening day starter at the end. That's a freaking problem, then. If a top 15 pick is not a starter, you're not good enough organization if you're top 15 to say that my number one pick isn't a starter. You can't pull that. He needs to start day one.
That's Patriots.
That means a bad.
Yeah.
That's some Patriots shit.
When you're drafted
yeah,
30, 31, 32,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. And if you should have went corner then, like we were talking about.
Yep.
Like, if he's not ready to start,
if he ain't ready to start, then he shouldn't have picked him.
You see where my fire came from? I got jacked up when I heard that Wednesday night because are you kidding me? No, he's a starter day one. If he's not, then he means he's a project and not good enough right now. And that's not where you draft top 15.
Then he's your boy.
You don't do
Marcus
that.
Smith.
Well, that's Howie's boy. That's Howie's boy.
Let's
I just said he needed to play more so we could have saw if he was any good or not.
It's your boy.
Put some perspective.
I like what I saw when a guy beats Tyron Smith. I held my hat on that, hung my hat on that, and I thought,
stop talking.
No, because that's the play that really that game was like when he played a little bit. And you're like, oh, maybe he can play a little bit.
Something in his eye that one play.
Well, Reggie White.
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did.
got him back on his heels. Tyrod was like,
Cramp.
Reggie
I'm
White.
spitting my eye, bro.
Well, put something in perspective with Howie Roseman in regards to this is his first year with Joe Douglas. Douglas is sort of making some more decisions, possibly, you hope. So,
Doug.
Howie Roseman hopefully put us up in a position to get Wentz last year. He moved Chip Kelly's pieces away and brought in some good stuff, so.
Oh, that's the biggest thing. It's like undoing what Chip did. He destroyed this team, this franchise for a couple years now.
I'm not a Howie Roseman apologist, but
me either.
But with Joe Douglas here, I think you got to give him a little bit. If the Eagles have a bad season, Howie Roseman unfortunately gets another pass because. But
no, because that's why I brought Joe in for that.
I know.
Here you go, Joe. Here you go, Joe. It's your show now.
But what?
Listen, no, Mike. Listen. This is he built this team right now with the 1-year deals that he brought in to try to win right this second a little bit. He wants to win. He wants to be a playoff team because he's got to know that you can't continue to go 6-10, 7-9, and continue to keep your goddamn job.
Yeah, that's why he should have grabbed another corner.
He fought for control of this football team and he got it again. He fought for control and got it. So now it's like I'm not running you out of town at all. If this is a playoff team, Howie stays. All right, if Derek Barnett's a good player, then okay, good job, Howie. Now, but I like what he's done. Let me say this: I like what he's done this offseason. Nobody cannot.
Everyone has to like what he's done.
You got to get it done though, because we've liked what he's done a lot of all seasons. Let's not lie about this.
It's all about getting it done.
Let's go back in time in the time machine, little DeLorean, and go. Hey, we've liked it. We've sat on this couch before.
He's a paper champion. He wears a name tag that says he's a paper champion.
First off,
he gets it done on paper.
Okay, so I'm well aware.
He gets it done on
paper.
When you went 14-2,
he gets it done on paper, and we know they're trying to win now. Like this isn't a project, so that's why we were talking about Sidney Jones being a bad pick. Because it would be ready to go. Will he be healthy in a couple years? I don't know. So now go win now.
There were guys at that spot that could have taken that would have been playing.
Day one starters.
Yep.
And listen, I'm fine with the pick in the second round because you can take a chance.
If he's a top corner, it's a good pick.
Yep.
If he becomes a top corner, it's a good pick.
Yeah. Sure.
Now, will he? We don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
Well, nobody knows really with any guy, even if he's healthy.
Yeah.
Even if you draft a guy who's the best corner in the draft, you're hoping it translates, but you never know. But the thought about Derek Barnett, he needs to be started day one. Vinny Carey can't start because he can't stop the run well enough. Okay, Chris Long's a guy. All right, he's a guy.
Chris Long's all right, but he's a guy. But he's not a starter
he's
anymore.
He's
a guy.
He's a guy. He doesn't play 3 downs anymore.
He's the guy to give a guy a breather. Give the guy a breather. So Barnett has to be starter day one. And guess what? He's not thrown into a line where he needs to be essentially the guy. He doesn't need to be the guy right away. You know what I'm saying? Because you have Cox and you have Brandon Graham. You have Pro Bowlers on your D-line.
He just needs to make plays.
That's it.
Just come in and make some plays. That's all.
Frank Bassey says best case playoffs, worst case 5 wins or worse.
5 wins would be bad.
That's
I
ugly.
can't see them being healthy and only getting 5.
No, there's no chance.
Yeah.
If that happens, Doug's fired.
Yeah.
Doug's completely.
Or there was major
because that means he was terrible.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy and 5, that's a fire in a heartbeat.
Well, you got to clean up a lot, but I still don't think you can fire him, though. I still think no
You
matter how
you
it
have
goes.
to. If they're healthy and they win 5 games, that means he's not coaching properly and you got to fire him.
There has to be
That's
within
that's
the
just what it
season.
means.
As much as you don't want to, you
Or
want to give
we're
them
too
you want to
good.
give them the
We're
3-year
too good
window.
to have 5 wins.
You want to give them that 3-year window, but you're in a major market here where Philly fans are blue collar. They got no time for it.
There
So you
has-
can't, you know what I mean, unless
One
you're
or two-
hurt or something, you can't have
One
it.
of 2 things will happen. They have not a lot of wins, and they there's like debacles in the season. Like there's bad play calls. There's that. Or if he loses the locker room. If he loses the locker room.
Well, yeah, you have to fire the guy who loses the locker room.
But guess what? He won't lose a locker room.
You hope not.
No, because a lot of these guys remember the old locker room. And he's a player's coach, so he's not going to lose the locker room. That's a given. He's off Andy's tree. He's a player's guy.
Yeah, he's not going to lose
You
the
know,
locker room.
Chip wasn't
Boys, I got to go.
yo,
Thanks for having me.
Look at
Thanks,
this
brother.
mic drop. Look at
Thanks,
that.
brother.
Look at that.
Did you just mic drop us?
Wow, he took that off
Wow.
too.
Sorry, I did.
Well, mute your mic. Mute your mic,
Mute your
though.
mic.
I
Do
mean, have a
something.
little class.
Let's go. Have a little class over there.
Clean it up, would you?
Yo, get the
Clean it
guy
up.
standing up. Get the guy out. I'm not going to stand
Great
up.
Clean it up. Clean it up.
Great seeing you. Clean your act up.
Yep, there they are. Later, brother.
Peace.
I thought they were yours. You have yours?
Kevin
Underneath.
Van Sciver. Best case, Dak breaks his leg. Zeke gets suspended. Eli throws 26-plus picks. Birds get wild card at 10-6.
All right.
What that means, I would think they would
Wow,
win
hey,
it.
why don't
Throw
we
it
win the
up.
division then with all that?
Yeah.
We win it
Who's
then.
winning it? Skins? That was a tremendous scenario you just threw out there.
Ajama Page, I hope I got his name right. Doug is well received amongst players. I think if we have a bad season, Laurie will get rid of Howie. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
That's where Tom is.
Listen, I understand that, and nobody's debating,
I mean, if you
that
win
Doug's not a player's guy. You understand? But losing breeds, scumbags. It brings the worst out in people.
you
all right?
can't-
So
you can't go
we
4
know
or
we
5
live in a
wins.
world of finger pointing. We live in a world of finger pointing. All right, it's not me, it's you. All right, so if they lose while healthy, the finger it's going to end up on Doug.
It has
you
to.
can
It has
you
to.
can say as much as you
It
want.
has to.
The hitting coach is always or the pitching coach is always the first guy to get fired. All right, before the manager, and I understand. I'm going to make sense of this. Hang on, all right. But it's because those guys are, they're beloved by the players, but they got to make them. It has to happen. Somebody has to go. Pro athletes are divas, all right? It's a finger pointing. It's a finger pointing business. You know what I mean? So. So could his coaches go first? Yeah, Jim Schwartz probably go first to tie that back in. So you say to yourself, "Sweeps make sense out of this," and I will. So it could be Jimmy. It could be if they take the play calling away from Dougie. I don't know if he's doing that or if he's decided to turn it over.
I think they
there's
both
going to
do
be
it, though.
exactly. But I'm saying that's the kind of stuff that happens first. Like Jimmy's gone. All right, where they say, "Hey, listen,
Frank
you're
Reich's
just the head coach." Yeah.
So you go with your coordinators first,
yeah.
and that's how I think it would work because I think they're going to give him a longer leash. I feel like they have to as an organization from what happened before, and I feel like that unless they win, unless it's that bad, like we're winning 2 games and you're the worst team in football, I think that they give him the third. And if that's not a change, and obviously he's gone.
Oh, they definitely want to. But like we're saying, if they're healthy and Carson doesn't progress and he doesn't, he's not taking the next step, for whatever reason, those guys are tied together. So, we'll see. But he is a player's guy. He is a player's guy. There's no debating that. He's a player's coach.
And Howie's tied in. And Howie's tied into him too. I mean, Howie's tied into Carson and Doug.
Listen, Carson.
So
Carson
they're all tied in together.
I think Carson's going to be good.
I don't think
I
don't question that at all.
I'm very pumped about Carson.
There's too much talent for him not to be good.
We know Big Red was a player.
And he's a worker.
He's a player's guy.
And I like how he said. I like how he came out and was talking about how. I mean, granted, everyone will say this, but I like how it was like, I watched the playoffs last year. I watched the playoffs on TV last year, and that's the last time I want to do that.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be in the playoffs every year. And I mean, I love that. I love that confidence out of the kid.
Well,
that's how. And that's
Carson,
why.
Yeah.
and I like Doug, and I like Doug
absolutely.
piggybacking that. Even though we laugh about it, and about the Green Bay thing, we laugh about it. But that just tells your players that, hey, I believe in you guys from there. Like, I believe in my players, I believe in my roster, I believe in this talent, and that at any level, works. Because now guys are believing in themselves more, and they believe in the guys around them. So yeah, are they the Packers in the '90s that won a Super Bowl? No, we all know they're not. But you want these guys to believe that they can be.
Maybe they can be.
Yeah, and you got to believe it. And especially with a young quarterback, you want him to believe, hey, you're as good as Favre was. Believe that. And that matters. Guys listen, people think it's video games sometimes when you talk about professional athletes. Like, oh, they don't have a mind. You know what I mean? There's no mental. It's just, they're trained robots. They're not. You know,
they're an overall 86.
People get in that mindset sometimes. So anyway, that the mental side of the game, which we all know how important it is in any sport, when the mental side is going and coming into training camp, like I did the video saying, hey, I want my guys to believe they're the best team coming into camp. I want my guys day one of first preseason game, to believe they're the best team to step on the field. I want day one opening game to believe they're the best team in the National Football League. I want my guys to believe that.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
All right, and if we get a door blown off, then okay. But I got to believe it.
Absolutely.
So anybody out there that took shots at Doug, like, oh, Doug, there's Doug again. Yeah, he's an idiot. He's a dope. No, it's the same way he coached at times last year with a young team, right, and a young quarterback saying, we'll go for a 4th and 1 because I believe in you guys. I want to send the message from day one that we're going to take chances. I believe in my roster, and the old organization, the old culture is gone. All right? And that's why I think there was a lot more ballsy plays last year than you would like, because he knew at that point of the year it was, hey, I just got to make them believe. We're not going to make the playoffs. We just got to start believing, though, that I believe in these guys.
But if you just,
you know what I mean?
If you just go back to
is that Mike's phone?
Probably. It's not mine.
Maybe.
It's over there somewhere.
I hope it's not mine.
Could be yours.
If you just go back, and you don't have to,
it was mine
you're
the
talking
video
about
paused.
like if you just go back to the old culture, you'll be fine. All right, the guy that he played under and the guy that he's learned the game under, you'll be fine, because you see the pass, you see what Big Red did, all right, and it made everybody happy. Without the ultimate prize, he was adored for until that last year, right? Because you knew every year you were going to be either 12 and 4, 11 and 5. You got a chance where a bounce here or a bounce there, right? You have a chance to win it. You got a chance to win it.
Well, how about this? I mean,
you know what I mean, you don't have to. What are we going to do this year? We knew, you knew you were going to at least get 10 wins.
You saying Andy? You talking about Andy, and it's funny because Doug's been around so much talent. Hall of Famers, Hall of Fame type coaches. He was around Shula and Marino for a minute in Miami, right? He was with Favre and Holmgren in Green Bay. You know what I mean, though? So he was around Hall of Fame type players, played with Hall of Fame type guys and coaches, and now has been in the coaching game for so long. Unless you're the biggest moron in the world, you pick up on something.
You would hope you pick.
You know what I mean?
Up.
You pick up on something. I'm not going to say how much, but you're going to pick up on a lot. And if you're really good and a smart football guy, you take the good that each guy did that you really liked, and you run with that. And that's how you create your own. And that's what smart guys do. They pick a little bit of like, hey, I really like that part. I really like this.
Pick his brain. I
really didn't like this as much. Like, you do it coaching.
Absolutely.
I only coach travel, but I still pick brains of guys that have done it longer. I pick your brain when you walk in about things. I never thought about that.
Listen, we love.
Listen,
I love the aggressive attitude. You understand? It's just in the National Football League, you can't leave points on the board. You understand? Or you gotta off the board. You can't just walk away from points. That's how important it is. And so once you get established and you get the train going the right way, then you can start being a little more of a riverboat gambler, and stuff like that. And you can incorporate that into your coaching style. But when you're in your first year, in that Giants game, you take the points. And there was 3 field goals that they walked away from, and you see how the game ended.
Yeah, no,
so I'm just saying.
No, I agree. I agree.
And that's all from learning and like I said, that's what we're looking for. We're going to see that he's going to make those adjustments. You know what I mean? This year, when you go into the Meadowlands, you can't go for it twice. Inside the 15.
Well, now you can.
Well, no, they got some weapons. Yeah, I understand they got some more weapons, but
a lot of it,
time and score.
But a lot of it is okay. Was there anything audible at the line? You know what I mean? And that can go into your quarterback taking the next year and seeing things better. and read things easier. Because a lot of times that first play call that comes in isn't the one that's going to be ran. And that has to do with, that's what I'm saying. They're tied into each other so much.
Listen.
They really are. They're tied to each other in every way. Because now they want to think the same way. Oh, if I see this at the line of scrimmage, I'm going to audible to this. They want to think and talk and believe the same things and see the same things on the field. Grimbo, tough schedule. Injuries will determine outcomes. Stay healthy in the playoff. Go Birds.
What up, Grimbo?
Grim.
What up, Grimbo? No, absolutely. There's nothing more demoralizing than a great drive and you come up with nothing. So that's where you just have to understand that. You got to take that next step. Yeah,
as much as getting it, such a momentum.
And I hate field goals. I would, I like to put all those clowns on an island and hit them with a bag of rocks. I hate field goals. I hate kickers. Right, but there's a time and place for it. So you got to, you come up with nothing, then it's like, man, what a great drive that was. I came up with nothing.
Yeah, you want them to learn. You want them to learn from some things, and again, that's Carson learning at the line of scrimmage some things as well. But I mean, I think he's going to be a good football coach. I believe in him. I believe he's been around too much not to be, and I believe in the quarterback. So when I believe in them two things, we're off to a good start, in my opinion. We're going in the right direction. The kid's got tons of talent around him.
I believe in Carson.
I demand playoffs. I demand the playoffs. Even if Carson's healthy. As long as Carson stays healthy, I demand playoffs. Because I believe he's going to take that next step. And when quarterbacks do, and they can take that jump, because you can see it. Year 1 to 2 is a big jump a lot of times for quarterbacks, and you'll see that jump.
Peyton Manning,
so he'll make guys better than they are, right? Yeah. Make guys better than they are.
Peyton
Manning's a perfect example.
Peyton Manning had 20 something picks his rookie year.
They were 15 some crap.
No, they weren't that bad, but they were bad.
Bad.
But then they were 10-6 or 11-5 the next year, and he was
quick,
he was already anointed one of the best quarterbacks in football.
Yeah, he lived in the film room. His work ethic was second to none.
Yeah, he's the best work ethic
and he was talented. So great genes,
best
great
work
line,
ethic
so
guy. Everybody knows it.
Luca Brasi Ray. Who do you guys think the starters on offense will be? So we can go over that real quick.
We can do that. What do you? Well, we got rid of Barber, so the tackles are Lane Johnson
and Peters.
The guards.
Warmack
and I guess who?
They're saying that Salmao is going to be the other guard.
Yeah? Well, I guess so. I mean Barber got traded for a reason.
Brooks. Brandon Brooks.
Yeah, Brandon Brooks.
Brandon Brooks and Salmao are the guards, or Warmack. So it'll probably be Warmack.
Yeah, and then the center is
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Right, and Wisniewski, back there
as a backup,
makes you deeper.
He's the extra guy.
Obviously, your one starter is going to be Alshon on the outside.
Yeah, you got Alshon,
Torrey, and Jordan
Smith, and Jordan Matthews.
And
Aguilar will be your start.
Aguilar will be your 4, and then backs. Like I said, it'll be Blunt, Sproles, Pumphrey, Smallwood. You're going to get a combination of the 4.
I think Smallwood's going to be higher up.
I didn't listen in order.
I almost feel like Smallwood's going to get a lot of a lot of burn. I think because Sproles will be in on occasion, like we've always used him, but I think it's going to be Blunt, Smallwood mainly. I think Pumphrey's a guy that
down the line.
Yeah, he might not even make. He might be on the
practice squad. Well, he's a guy who can do things more than just run the football. So him
and Sproles are same guy, same person. He's just younger.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I agree with you. Smallwood's going to get a lot of burn, but coming out of Andy's offense when he's running Kansas City, man, they rotate backs in and out.
Sure.
So they're believers in keeping the back fresh.
Totally agree.
I can see burn for all 4 or all 3 if you say Pumphrey is a 4th guy down. Might not get as much.
And Ertz obviously.
And Ertz is starting tight end, and then it's going to be interesting to see. Obviously.
And clearly Carson Wentz at quarterback.
Trey Burton. Trey Burton is going to be one of your tight ends.
I like Trey.
And Selleck. Now you got to see if I believe all 3 are on the roster. In terms of Selleck being I believe he's still on the roster.
I love Brent Selleck.
You think he's still on it?
Yeah, I don't cut him.
All right. No, it just ties into our question.
That's my kind of guy.
Like we were talking on.
I don't cut Brent
we were
Selleck.
talking on Wednesday. It was what 4 guys.
Great blocker.
Great blocker.
We were saying what 4 guys, what 4 vets have the most likely not to be here after camp going into the season. And it was Kelsey, Kendricks, Selleck, and Curry. That was we put the question before Smith got cut. Now Curry's not going anywhere.
It's
now.
Curry to me, but
yeah,
but he's not going
anymore.
anywhere. Yeah,
not anymore. So I don't think any of them. I said
No.
none. I
No, they're all
think they
there.
keep them all because after
they're
them
all
two
there.
moves,
Yeah.
after them two moves, I was like, yeah, I don't see any happening now. So
Yeah, they're all there, I think. I think they're all there.
all good, all good. Gruden. We think he talks about John Gruden talked about wanting to come back to coaching.
I think the NFL's said about time. I mean, these teams have been waiting for it. Him and Cower. You know what I mean? And Bill,
Every year, Bill, they talk about it.
And
Yep.
Bill, obviously, Bill's, enjoying what he's doing, and Gruden was enjoying what he was doing. So, but he was younger, way younger than Cower. So it was, I thought it was only going to be a matter of time, and then sure enough, sounds like it. So, to me, he'll have his pick of the litter, whenever it's time.
Yeah.
I
I like Gruden.
not to
I like
dislike the
Gruden.
party. I
I'm
like
not-
him. Yeah, I mean,
I like him.
yeah.
I like Gruden, but
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
not the biggest Gruden guy, but I like
Yeah,
Gruden.
yeah.
I like Gruden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
like
not
I
a
feel, I
savior.
feel like he won a title with Tony Dungy's team or whatever when he went to Tampa and won the title his first year. I feel like that wasn't really even his team. You know what I mean? Like he kind of won it with somebody else's team. Granted, the Raiders, who was his team, met them in the Super Bowl that year. So I mean, he came from a team that was already good as well. So
Luca Brasseray one more time. Matt Collins. So Matt Collins will be where I said he's going to be the fifth wideout. And I've heard Donnell will be put in the slot. Yeah, Pumphrey will be using the slot sometimes, but you can use Sproles.
I don't see
so
Donnell.
Collins-
I think he's a
Collins
project.
is a special teams guy.
He's your fifth wideout special
he's
teams
special
guy.
teams
Yep.
guy.
But yeah, they might do sometimes where you see Pumphrey and Sproles on the field together. I'm not going to say a lot because the kid's young, but you're going to see sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Now moving forward, maybe more. Sproles says, now he might come back next year too. So then you might see it a little more as Pumphrey gains some more experience because a lot of times running backs coming in the league, they can pick up easily on hitting a hole and going, but a lot of pass coverage stuff, pass protection stuff. I mean, and running routes wise, like a guy like Pumphrey would have to do. That's got to that's got.
Well, he's got a good guy to look up to.
No, he does.
Sproles.
He does. He definitely does. All right, boys, you want to get to a little.
Real quick, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Gruden.
No,
Gruden.
no, real quick.
Yeah.
You think the trend of Urschel is going to start a trend? I mean, I know the sample size that came out. Excuse me, real quick. It was only like 200, not only, but 200 players, and the statistics are insane. I mean, it's like 95% of the players.
Remember what I yelled about
they went from
last
like
year?
high school and stuff. Yeah, I know you were talking about it. I'm just saying it's like, so I don't know if this guy's going to start a trend. I mean, I know the money's too good. He's in his own world because he's got like
He's
he's a smart guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. But it's pretty scary. I mean, like you said, you'd like to see a way for them to test people that are still playing, active guys that aren't dead that were their brains were donated to
CTE,
science. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
bad.
there's
I think
no way to test it.
To your
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
I think Patrick Willis started that. Like really, really shined the light on it. Because he was a big time player and he
He
retired.
played a while though.
No, but I'm
yeah.
saying he retired young still though.
Yeah, he's in
And-
his 20s still.
and because of the body, and I think that realized guys like, hey, you know what, if when I start feeling that way, or if I'm smart enough to get out and get my this guy, got over in the NFL, spent his 3 years, got his NFL pension, out, done.
Yeah.
And he outsmarted him. But yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, it is going to continue to be a trend setter where guys just 3-4 years into their career say, you know what, or 5 years in, where they get a bigger pension, after 5, saying, hey, you know what, my body's had enough. But guess what? The NFL, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, and I'm not here to promote nothing. I'm here to promote what's healthier for a player. And they fill these guys with prescription painkillers. It's killing these guys, and it's not helping the head. When there's been studies that there are strands of marijuana that can help with CTE, can help with concussion, can help. Let do what's best for the player, not what lines the pockets. Come on, dude. I'm right.
I'm with you.
I mean, the painkillers are an epidemic in this country, and now you're filling.
Smoke that weed,
You're
baby.
filling professional athletes up when it's not helping up here. Okay, it might take the pain away from their body, but so will strands of marijuana, and it can help with the CTE. Or concussions. Forget CTE because concussions are going to equal CTE. So if there's strands that can relieve the pressure on the brain a little bit after concussion, right? Do what's best for the player. That's all I'm saying. Class act.
Great guy.
Class act. Goodell would never have done that.
Never.
No.
No.
This is on top
He would have poured the rest
No, I
of
get
my
it. No, I
water
get
out.
it. Big time pharmaceutical companies in the NFL are tied hip to hip, and they make a ton of money off each other. I get that side of it. But sometimes, at some point, that's got to end. Where now Okay, well now medical marijuana companies.
I was gonna say
can
maybe you can start getting on the medical marijuana.
I wasn't disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that this is what makes everything. This is what makes everything go around, buddy. You know that.
I know.
And, people get killed for it. People get killed for it. There's cover-ups for it. It's the same way in baseball. Why do youth baseball? Why the aluminum bats don't go away? The wood bat is a tremendous game. Makes for a better game. But they're $300-$400 bats. Yeah, right. They'll never go away.
No, they never will.
They'll never go away.
But I think at some point the medical marijuana companies and the NFL need to start doing business together to help players not only during their career but post-career. Because what is all painkillers going to do? It's going to lead to addiction problems, and it's going to lead to things that it's not going to help your body. It's going to kill your stomach, ruin your stomach lining. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Okay? Like, wake up. Wake up. I mean, the more studies that come out about CTE, the more it's going to shine light that you're going to lose players. Like, that are going to your point.
Yeah.
More and more guys 3-4 years in saying, dude, I don't want that because my body's hurting. I'm just done.
Yeah.
I'm done. You got no other option for me? I'm out.
Yeah, weed just leads to hunger.
That's it.
Doesn't lead to anything
What's
else.
wrong with offensive lineman? Offensive lineman can't take a bite?
Guy's hungry.
I mean, guy can't chew a little? I mean, Jesus. But that's the money side of it, and I get that. But I'll continue to take a stance on it as long as I can. So Luca Ray says Matt Collins has been killing it and haven't dropped the pass. Listen, I get that, but this is what people need to understand real quick.
Second day camp.
Sure.
There's camp heroes
Hold on.
and preseason heroes, and there's guys that don't look great in camp and do this, but when the lights turn on, they're football players. And that's what you got to be careful of.
Nelson's first camp, everybody in the whole tri-state area was absolutely blown away.
No.
Blown away by Nelson Aguilar. People were going to practice. People that I knew were at practice, and they're like, dude, you got to see this guy. He's going up and down the field. Dude, we're in great shape. Here we are 3 years later, or in year 3. Like Tommy said, it's time to let's see what he does.
Show. Yeah, it's time to show.
We believe he stinks. I mean,
I don't.
But I
He's
know
a good route runner. He's a real good route runner.
He stinks.
He's a good route runner. I mean, dude,
goes.
His route run's got clean. He's got to finish.
Guy runs.
Who's saying he's not going to finish? Dude, I said I like the guy's talent. I've watched a lot of him running routes. I like it. He's got to finish. Nobody's taking anything away here.
He's got fucking feet for hands.
He's got to finish. He's got to finish. Right? Maybe not. Maybe the pressure bringing in a 1 takes away some pressure, and now he can finish.
Dude can't catch.
Okay. All right. I'm not.
He's a receiver who can't catch the ball.
Oh, man. We argue about this way too much, dude. Like, year 3 to make or break. I'm not giving 4. I don't give 4 with players. You understand that? It's your junior year or not. You either show me you're something or you're not. Okay?
Show me, Baba.
Nobody's harder on people than I am when I don't see it anymore. Like when you don't see progression.
I hear you.
All right. I mean, I'll get right on a guy. I'll be the first to run a guy out of goddamn town. You know that. So, I mean, there's no question in that.
Wrong guy.
What?
I said the wrong guy.
Who did I run out that was the wrong guy?
I don't know, but just put it out there. Because you like all these guys that we try to run out of town.
No, I don't not like them. I want to give
Marcus Smith guy.
No, I wanted to give a young player. Listen, I'm fine with the cut. I have no issue with it. But it would have been, okay, he's seen enough in camp. Maybe the guy wasn't a worker. Maybe there's other things. All I used to say was like, dude, you draft the guy in the first round. Why is he never on the field? That was my issue. And that's not a bad issue to have. That's an issue on the freaking guy who picked him at the time.
Stinks.
That's fine, but I didn't draft his ass.
I agree.
I didn't reach in the first round. Shit. So he goes.
Reach, I teach.
Luca wants to know, Ray, so who do you all think is going to be the rotating running backs? He must have missed when we said that. But Blunt, Sproles, Smallwood, and Pumphrey in some order. But I think it's more, like we said, like Will said, Blunt, Smallwood, Sproles and spots,
Pumphrey in spots, or on the practice squad, yeah.
Yeah, and we're good there. All right, so you want to get to a little MLB whip around buyers and sellers at trade deadline, boys?
Yeah.
And anything else you guys want to talk about, chime in. This is brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Find him on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Every show, we're brought to you by the new Soap Standard, Soap-LLC. Find him on the web, soap-.com. And we're live from the BMW Atlantic City Studios. BMW Atlantic City, we're off exit 37 on the Parkway. Find them online, bmwatlanticcity.com. Tom Renault, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson. Mike Kelly was on the 1s and 2s to get us rolling here. The Bad Boys of Sports Talk, the best in the business.
I'll tell you what.
And we're going to do a little MLB conversation.
The American League wild card is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's insane. I mean, it's about 6 teams deep, 6 or 7 teams deep. The NL, not so much. That's the Rockies, D-backs.
It's like Rockies and D-backs. That's it,
right?
What I mean?
And now the Cubs have taken over the Brewers, and that'll That's it. They hit they'll hit the gas pedal now. So
Yeah.
They'll go right by him. If unless the Brewers, make a move, which I don't know what they've been waiting for this whole time. You know, what I mean, the Cubs struck first and got Quintana, and then you're just still going to sit on your hands and think you're going to win with the squad you have.
Why you say that? While we're talking this real quick, the Cubs are in first place as of right this second.
Yeah.
They will not relinquish that the rest of the year unless Milwaukee gets themselves another legit arm.
I don't see them relinquishing it.
I don't see them relinquishing it. I think once they,
Yeah.
I think we all
They
agree.
kinda-
Milwaukee. I think
Once they
Milwaukee
have
is
it, they
doing
weren't going
what
to give it
they
up.
Yeah, and they did
And
their
plus they have
their
three
job.
less games. They're same in the win column, but they have to play 3 more games than Milwaukee does,
Listen, they did
which
their
helps.
jo-
You know what I
they-
mean? They're
yeah,
3 games.
They came
3
out
games less.
and made a statement. That not only getting Quintana, but then beating the cheek teams that they're supposed to beat. They're 10-2 after the break, and it's just the way the schedule was made. It wasn't like you're supposed to beat the teams that you play. They just swept the White Sox. I think whoever else they had. I think they had the Braves. After the break, so they took care of business to get to 10-2, and the Brewers are on the decline and not making any moves. At least right now, I don't know what they're going to do in the next couple of days, but you got to add an arm. If I'm them, they got to add an arm. Kinsler was a name. Kinsler was a name that's been thrown around, but
Definitely have to add.
But
an
they're talking about moving him over to third, and he's like, dude, I'm not going to okay that. Like what I mean, like you ain't got like a Robbie Cano at second base that you want me to make a move. You know what I mean? I'm a wily vet that rakes and plays a good second base. So
What about?
we'll see about that. But there's arms out there.
I'm curious to see if Verlander gets moved.
Yeah. How about where who
Verlander
They're a
might get
disappointment.
moved.
Yeah,
look at the
they're
Royals
going
for a
south.
sec. Look at the Royals.
good.
They're hot, right? They're winning, 8 in a row right now, and they're obviously 8-2 in their last 10.
I love Eric Hosmer.
No, I do as well. But
Love 'em.
where which out of these starters, right? Darvish, say Gray, and Verlander, they got a chance to get any one of them to make another run. Because I know that I know ownership and the GM feel like this is a year where they have to
they got
make
some
it.
pieces. I mean, that's
know?
people are looking for pieces. I mean, so you get back maybe one MLB guy, and then it's a prospect.
I
thing,
highly
you know what
expect Sonny Gray to be traded.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Zach Britton.
He's
a
going-
landing
I don't
spot
know
for
about.
Kansas
I don't know
City.
about Verlander. I think it's up in the air.
That,
He
that
might.
was the first I heard
he
of.
might,
but you can get some pieces.
But Sonny Gray is definitely going to get
Yeah,
traded.
and Sonny Gray for sure is being shopped around. The Yankees,
Houston, maybe.
The Yankees have
Boston's
been looking
probably
at
in that mix now since Bryce went on
the
the DL
A's-
today.
the A's brass have been watching minor league Yankee games the last week and a half, I heard. So, Sonny Gray's real close there, possibly. Like I said, Darvish. Jaime Garcia is a guy that's going to go. I know he's not, a household name, but guy's a good veteran lefty.
Solid bet. Solid bet.
lefty
Zach
right
Britton's
there.
another name.
Yeah.
He's been
of course.
tossed around a little bit.
Brad Brock, 2 guys in their pen right there. Duda was off the list. He just went to the Rays.
Yeah. Funny video of them. Who was it? One of them was holding his leg, like not letting him leave the locker room last night. And I was like, we're not letting Duda go. And I was like, yeah, well, you should because your team stinks.
Lucas.
Yeah, where'd he go again?
Rays.
Rays. You know what? And
So he'll DH.
it's funny.
Because
They're
Lomo's
only,
having a great year.
yeah,
so,
they're only a game and a half out of that second wild card spot.
it's
That
wild.
second wild card's
It's
great.
wild.
It just
It's
opens
awesome.
it all up. It opens it all up.
It's fantastic. That's
But
what I'm
everybody's
saying,
in
so.
it. I mean, Minnesota is who we thought they were now. They're taking
You know what I
that
mean?
step, but they're still only 4 out
And
of
the
that
shame,
last wild
and
card.
the Pirates, I heard last week that now McCutcheon's not on the block. Like, to me, that's silly because he was horseshit. Now he became the Andrew
Back to
McCutcheon of
himself,
old.
yeah.
Yeah. Now his stock is high. I mean,
Get
come
that
on.
value.
What are you talking about?
Get that value.
They got to 500, but they were still like 8 back in the wild card. They had no chance.
Yeah, they're
you know?
7.5 in the wild card. They're 4.5 out of the division. I feel like they're closer in the wild card than they really are in the
Yeah.
division. Essentially, you
So
know what I
you're
mean?
looking at like they
'Cause
should
you gotta
move
go
like
Cubs,
they should
Milwaukee.
move Harrison and McCutcheon, and they get some
Start
some
over.
pieces back. Yeah, you get some
start it
pieces,
over.
keep pieces back.
Now the Dodgers, they looking for anybody with Kershaw down, or they're just going to let it rock.
They got money to spend. So
Yeah,
of course,
I would
they're
assume
gonna
they're
be
looking for
peaking.
somebody,
They're
yeah.
going to be peaking.
So that's
Absolutely.
where I think that's where I think a Sonny Gray is. It would really put a bow on how good the Dodgers are. You know what I mean? I think that would just solidify. Yep.
Dodgers are.
I mean, they're already real good, but I'm saying playoff
Yeah.
good.
No,
Like,
I think of course, as much as sometimes if you make a move, you don't want to rock the boat. But they could definitely use another big.
An arm never rocks it,
If
too,
you're, well,
right?
no, of course,
right?
And
You feel like that?
especially if you're thinking big picture. Let's forget about the World Series. Just think about the NLCS. You should meet the Nats unless Dusty Baker does his thing and they take the heat, which they've been prone to do. But if not, you're looking at Dodgers Nats. What a lineup the Nats have. You need arms. You're gonna need some arms.
You know what
I mean? So it's always good to have. Like I said, you got Kershaw in your lineup. And the things that the Dodgers are doing are fantastic too. But and if you advance even further, the Astros can be waiting on you on the other side. What a lineup they got!
You better have three. You better have three dealers.
To me, I'm not convinced about Rich Hill, guys like that. I mean, Alex Woods is doing it. He's having a great year, so it might stick. But he's a funky lefty that's doing it with mirrors. Kenta Maeda. I don't like Raul.
Would they consider now? Texas obviously talked about Darvish being on the market. I think that if you're the Dodgers,
you really
want a bow tie. I mean, you really want to get a cute bow tie. I mean, you got the money. You said money to spend.
Yeah.
Money ain't an issue. If there's a landing spot, I look at Boston or Yankees or Dodgers as potential landing spots for Darvish if the Rangers do decide to deal him.
Yeah, of course.
And I would say if I'm the Dodgers, like you were talking about the lineup that you're going to have to face, not only the Nats if you see them, but Houston as well. I mean, that really gives you that 1-2 that you need. Because, I mean, I look at Boston and they have arms. I mean, can they use Darvish? Yeah. The Yankees, I mean, anybody can use Darvish.
The Yankees need him big time.
The Yankees need him more than the Yankees need him more than anybody. In terms of arms.
Yep.
Boston's okay because you have your 8. I mean, you have your bona fide stud. You have Sale and obviously Dodgers have Kershaw. So you have the one guy who can pitch twice in a series.
The Yankees don't have that guy.
The Yankees don't have that guy. That doesn't bode well in playoff baseball.
No.
You got at least one guy. You got at least one horse or a guy that comes out of nowhere for you.
Gotta have a horse. Gotta have a horse. Gotta have a horse.
Even in 08, like we didn't have horses per se, but Cole stepped up and ended up being that ace.
Yeah,
and was that good. So you look around.
Cole became our horse.
Yeah. Cleveland to me doesn't have the money. They pull off a Darvish deal. They might have the prospects to do it, but they don't have the money to do it. In my eyes, the Nats with Strasburg going down. I mean. Did they get cute and try to add another arm?
I mean, they could. I mean, I think they did a great job, upgrading their bullpen. You know what I mean?
Finally.
With Doolittle and Madsen, so exactly. They shored that up. We'll say, though Doolittle keeps giving up runs every game, but he's still getting saves. He's wiggling out of it. I know.
Shit's contagious.
So I guess you have to see how long Strasburg's out for.
The Nats fucking crushed, dude. They had 9 homers yesterday. Jesus Christ.
Incredible. 5 out of 6.
They crushed, dude.
Because after Murphy popped up, Rendon went yard.
Yeah.
5 out of 6. And Wieters said it. Then he was Scherzer said Wieters had the best line. He was cracking up. He's like, anybody can give up 3 back to back to back, but I mean, it takes skill to give up back to back to back.
Yeah, it does. It's almost harder to give it up than it is to hit it.
4 in a row. Oh,
Man of La Mancha on YouTube. How would they integrate Chris Long when Graham and Barnett will start? Just to give a rest. He'll be a guy to get a guy off the field, give him a breather for a snap or two.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah, fresh hand in the ground.
He's a depth guy. He's a depth guy.
Icon, yo. Red Raider, hi. Got through all that.
What up?
What up? Yeah, so I mean, there's just some bigger names that are out there still. Stanton. Did the Phillies or any other team pull a trigger on that? I mean, I was hot for a minute, and I feel like it always gets hotter when you play the team.
Yeah,
like everybody talks about it more and more, but it's sort of simmered a little bit. Do you believe that there's any chance of that happening?
No.
All right. You, Sweepsy?
Oh, man.
I mean, Phil's have it to pull it off.
Yeah,
they have the money.
They could.
They have the ability to take in the
contract
with no issues at all. I mean, you don't even blink an eye at that kind of money.
Yeah.
And they have the money, they have the prospects.
I mean, they got the big market. I mean, I would do it, but will they do it? Probably not. we seen with Clintex, how his standard operating procedure is. To play it safe. He's a guy that only swims in the shallow end. He's not a daredevil. So we'll see. I mean, does the Rockies trade alarm you a little bit? You got a 20-year-old shortstop in there. Supposed to be the linchpin in that trade. No, I'm just saying. I mean, not you. I'm saying does that wake Crawford up, or does that light a fire under Crawford's ass?
Well, I think the fire's been lit over the last couple of weeks. He's definitely been hitting the ball a lot better.
Yeah, he's starting to play a little bit. About time.
Inside the park, grand slam. What a,
Yeah,
what
that
a
slide was
what a
funny,
slide,
right?
Yeah.
He deked him. He deked him. He thought he was going to give himself up, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just fall." And that leg got under. It was crazy. But you know what I liked about that whole thing? And this is what I look at. You know, you look at body language, you look at the way guys act. The high fives he was giving in the dugout. I'm not trying to read in too much, but just you want to look at these kids because you don't get a chance to see them that much. You want to see how they act after. And the high fives were like aggressive, like tons of, like a lot of energy with them. And I need that to see that out of like what we hope to be our top prospect. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
No,
you want to see the spark, the energy that you're not just down there like, oh, I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you. You know, it was aggressive high fives to his teammates, excited, and listen, the call-up's coming sooner than later. I mean, I know Wills doesn't like to hear it, but it is. So, I mean,
I just don't like him.
If he's
but
hitting.
If he hits, I
Let's go.
like him.
Yeah, let's go.
Man of La Mancha, he goes to me, on YouTube. What do you think about the process? I said, which one? And he goes, are the Sixers a playoff team? I wrote, hell yes.
Hell yes.
Yes. We were talking about the playoffs.
Hell yes.
Christmas morning. We're back. We're back, baby. And the whole NBA needs to be on notice because the Philadelphia 76ers are coming and the process is for real. And if Embiid's healthy, it's a 3 seed.
Dude, Christmas morning. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to be so jazzed up. That's the present you want. That's the present I've been waiting for. That's what Hinkie died for.
5 games.
That's what Hinkie died for.
5 games, Sixers is going to be one of them. Come on. Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Finally.
awesome.
Absolutely awesome.
Finally, dude. We
Yep.
sat through this shit for too long.
Finally, the Sixers have come back to Philadelphia.
I've yelled and screamed about Brian Colangelo way too much recently. So it's good to, feel good about a team. You know, we don't feel good about the Phils. We feel good about the prospects. You know, I think we all can say as a man that we don't know anybody in the starting lineup in the order that's a positional player that we can say that this guy is going to be part of the future. I don't think we can say that about any one of them guys.
No.
You know, I like Cesar Hernandez a lot, and I think he's going to make it real hard on Scott Kingery because Hernandez can play. And you saw how much better the Phillies are as soon as, like, they had a legitimate leadoff guy come back in and not Ty freaking Kelly playing second base. How much, like, not better, you know what I mean, better than they were. You know, they're a better baseball team when Hernandez is in the line. I look at him and say he would have been the all-star if he never got hurt. And I look at him and say, okay, that's one guy maybe I can see somewhere on the diamond or somewhere on this team. You know, I like Herrera in the way he hits, but there's too much down there for me to look at him and say, yep, he's going to be a piece of the puzzle.
I hate him.
Okay, yeah, but I'm not getting into that. I'm making a point that I don't see it. Okay,
No, I hear
so
you.
you should give a guy freaking credit once in a while instead of assuming. All right, I don't see it. There's too much young talent in the outfit. I mean, there's Moniak that's going to get every opportunity to play center field for this baseball team. You know, and then you draft another kid, Helsley, right? This year, another outfielder. So I mean, you're loaded out there. There's too much. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the time, man.
Big fella took a nap on it for a minute. Rested the eyes.
I'm hurting. I'm not going to lie to you. I am hurting. I might fall asleep during the show.
This fucking guy just took a nap. And then woke up and goes, yeah, I hear you.
No, I'm listening. I hear everything.
I hear you.
He processes.
I got to process myself.
Yeah, you do. Jesus, God. Kev, you see this? I see Kev's watching. You see the big foul ball?
Kid is hurting.
Kid can't hang anymore.
Kid's hurting.
Oh.
Shouldn't have slugged that jack. That was not a good idea.
Talked him into it.
Yeah, I talked you into it.
Goodness.
So, but there's some landing spots.
Yeah.
For some guys. But I think I would love for them to pull the deal off because I'm more pulling it off because I like Yelich a lot too.
No, of course.
Like you're throwing Yelich in the deal entices me.
That's the guy that we want, really. We didn't even ask about Stanton. They're like trying to put Stanton on us.
Yeah,
okay.
I want to establish major leaguers. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, like, we know the whole prospects thing, and we'll
I
see
take
what
27
happens,
or under every day of the week.
Absolutely.
Every day of the week,
Come on.
I'll trade you every prospect for legitimate, proven MLB
Absolutely. Talent.
good talent. Yep. Where do I sign up? Oh, I got to take $200 million on? That's chump change for Philadelphia Phillies. That's freaking chump change.
Yeah, it is.
And they need to start acting like it soon. Real soon. Matt Quinn needs to start fucking acting like it real soon. Because this is not small market bullshit. This ain't Baltimore Orioles, Tampa Ray shit. Grow up, Peter Pan, and start acting like you're in a goddamn
Count
big market
Chocula.
with money to spend. I'm so tired of 200 million owners, too, with this franchise. Like, I know Middleton said he's the guy to answer to. Well, good. Then you need to start saying, hey, you can spend some. right? McPhail, some of these guys. Stop acting like it.
Yeah.
You know, time to bring the kids up and let's
And then
see
it
what
just
some of
gives
the
you.
things
Well,
we
listen,
have.
it just gives you more. Then it gives you a monster trading chips.
Yes.
Because if Moniak's ready in, say, 2 years, so if you make that deal, you got Yelich and Stanton for 2 years, whatever, and then Moniak's ready, and you got Williams, and you got Cousins out there, or
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
Cousins, Hoskins, everybody,
sorry,
yeah.
they're all ready.
Williams.
Now,
You have
at the
Williams
trading
already.
deadline, somebody says, "Hey, we need Stanton, we need Yelich." Boom! Now you're gonna get, now you can get an arm. Now you can get, whatever
You
else
can
you
do
need,
things,
whatever
yeah.
whatever need you need, it's got to be filled.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Man LaMancha, I forgot all about that. He was even up for a second. Nick Williams, yes, is the only guy. Him and Hernandez are guys
playing now,
that I
buddy.
see that can stick. So they can stick. I can't
Yeah,
believe
Nick Williams playing well.
I can't believe I forgot about Nick Williams for a second. Jesus. That's
Playing
how
well.
that's how much we're talking about young guys that you forget they actually called one up. You know what I mean? Because they
Yeah.
never call him up, and I actually forgot that he got called up because
I thought you were just talking about a veteran guy. That's all.
yeah, I was just talking about guys, but yeah, I mean, I just forget because I'm so stuck on like the other guys not being a part of it. Like I don't see, I don't know if I see Franco long term. Tommy Joseph, I don't.
Tommy Joseph should be traded this week. I'd trade him
Would you trade Franco too?
because you gotta get Hoskins in there. I don't know.
Kingery up, put him at third?
I keep Franco, but
Move Hernandez over to third.
no,
Put
I
Kingery at
keep
second?
Franco, but Franco is.
Do you do this? Do you do this though? Do you move Hernandez?
I'm not sure that Franco is my long
Do
term.
you do this? Do you trade Franco, move Hernandez to third, and bring Kingery up and let him play second?
I mean, I do want Kingery up, but
Hernandez
I don't
would be
think
a
that's
better
happening
third
this
baseman.
year.
It's a better third baseman. But definitely get the ball side to side,
Of course.
lateral. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
He's a better hitter. I mean, he's got, then you got speed. He brings more to the lineup. He's a leadoff guy.
I know, but in the big league, at the big league level, that's a power position. I'm with you. I understand. To me, I'm not saying that I build my team like that. I'm just saying
You're making up
that's
for
what
it.
they do.
Yeah,
That's
but you're
what-
making up for it
you know
because
what I
the power position is your second
first,
baseman.
First, third, left, and right. That's
No, I know,
power.
but now that power position is coming at second base up.
Oh, I
that's
know. I
instead of-
understand you're getting it.
I could move Kingery to third. But I don't want to do it to the young kid. I want him to play second. You know what I mean? That's the only reason. So I'm looking at the way I look at it is like, okay, essentially I'm considering Kingery really my third baseman lineup wise for a power spot.
Yeah.
And I can get away with Hernandez.
Absolutely.
'Cause
No,
he's-
I hear you.
I mean, Cedar's not a home run guy, but he can drive a baseball. He's a gap guy, and I can live with that. But I can also live with that.
And they'll probably sign Machado if they don't.
Yeah,
especially
but if he
they don't do
hits,
this other thing.
if he bets 290-300 and hits 20, 25 doubles and 4 or 5 triples, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't even need to
Nah,
get
not enough.
maybe. But if Kingery
Need a
rakes,
homer.
if Kingery
If
rakes,
Kingery rakes, yeah. No, I totally agree. Listen,
it just
Franco,
depends. It
it's
just depends. That's all.
It's Franco long term. I'm not sure at this point. I think he's definitely there next year still, but then I don't know.
Because Greg was saying that Ricky Bo said after one of the games recently that he feels like that Franco hasn't hit the ball. Balls have just found his barrel this year. His hits haven't been like him actually hitting.
I kind of agree with that.
So I just wanted your opinions on that. I said, oh, that's interesting to say. Trade him then.
Like Ricky Bo knows shit about hitting, but
Yeah,
still,
exactly.
I mean,
That's what I mean.
like Ricky Bo, you knew how to be a shitty 8th inning guy, so don't fucking start with me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree
Dude,
more
stop.
right there. Couldn't agree more with that.
I'm gonna throw up on your couch and put that in my face again.
Do it on purpose.
I'm sure you are.
All right. That about does it, boys.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing else. This guy's falling and freaking asleep over
I'm
here.
hurting. It's my
His
birthday.
though.
My
Happy
birthday.
birthday. I love the guy. I don't let the we yell and scream at each other, but it's
Birthday boy.
I got you. What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
Sorry, I'm falling
Don't
asleep
give me no. You can always circle around. Like,
Circle the
on
wagons.
the first
Circle the
back.
wagons.
Go around the block.
Nobody
Circle the
circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
We got one more question. Thomas Hargraves. I'm from West Philadelphia and I support Philly teams, but I'm a Pats fan and Celtics fan and Red Sox fan. What are you doing? How'd that happen?
Move to New England.
How'd that happen, Thomas? How'd that happen, bud?
Who's left to support?
Yeah.
First off, you're enjoying life. I mean, we're in the doldrums. You got
We're living
titles. You got titles on titles.
You're fresh out of parades. I'll tell you that.
Must be nice, right? I mean, I'm just so tired of it. So this year, we're taking steps, boys, with all our teams over here. Taking steps.
Hopefully.
So, before we let go, Nishak obviously dealt. I like the move. You brought in 2 young arms. One's a reliever, one's a starter, and you brought in two 20-year-olds. One was a
name.
shortstop.
The Hammer.
JD Hammer.
The
And the
Hammer.
Ricky Vaughn glasses. I mean, how can
Yeah.
you not love him? I mean, he's a reliever.
You bring the Hammer in and
Who's the next to fall? Who's the next guy out the door?
Hellickson.
Hellickson?
To me.
All right. Sweepsy?
Good name. Herrera.
I'd love that. I would love that. So much.
Way into the big
Oh,
time.
my God. I would love it so much. Trade him to anybody. Who wants him? Fucking take him. I hate his guts. I do think I would pursue Tommy Joseph. I would try to trade Tommy Joseph. I think he's shown that he can play in this league, but we need Hoskins up. Hoskins is ready to be up.
25,
Hoskins is younger.
25.
It's ready to
Time
go. You gotta try to get whatever you can for Tommy Joseph. I understand he's only 26, 27 years old. You get what you can for him. I think he's shown that he's he's for about a whole season now. He's batted about 256, and he's hit about 27 homers, I think, both years combined. So, I mean, you can get something for that guy.
Yeah.
So you trade him. You get something for him, and you bring Hoskins up. Let's go. It's time. It's time.
Velasquez could go. I mean, we're talking about – no, I'm not saying
no, he
one
could.
to. I mean,
could.
I'm saying, like, if it's a phone call, if it's the right phone call, we're talking about the Indians. You're talking about teams like that don't – it might not have a giant payroll, but, looking at an electric guy, we know what he has to get past 5 for us. But, all of a sudden, you change the scenery, playing for a better team, in a pennant race.
I mean, Noah's
he'll start throwing 7 shutouts.
Sixers JT chiming in on YouTube. Phillies need more pitchers around Noah. Well, that's 6 though when his time's right. And Noah
6's young.
He said Noah's the next Kershaw.
Noah is awesome. I don't know who's next Kershaw. But Noah is awesome.
Noah is awesome. We have a chatter coming in. It looks like she's from obviously Eastern European. I'm still available, guys. If you want to meet with me, find me at fuckme1.com.
Wow.
So if anybody's interested.
Wow.
How are you?
She's just putting herself out there like that.
Way to get to the point.
Fuck
the website's not going to lie to you. You know where you're going.
Fuck me one. Why is the 1 in there?
Bring your weenus.
Maybe she can only handle it one time.
Party of 1. Bring your weenus. Oh,
Rob said it looks like Matt was in her YouTube again.
Pope's better when he's not on the fucking desk.
Oh, here we go.
That's a great comment by the Povich.
That is pretty
great comment.
Being trolled.
Matt watching.
Matt's been watching European fuck videos again.
Anime.
Yeah, anime. He was watching anime. Asians. And his face got redder than his hair when I asked him. He's like, I didn't do it. I'm like, I really don't care. And then finally, he's like,
you got some hentai porn going on?
Yeah, I did.
Hentai?
I said, next time, just sign out and use your own YouTube.
Yeah. Pull your pants up while you're producing over there.
That's why he's walked around with the one sock.
Why are you using
I didn't know why.
Oh my god!
I didn't know why.
Oh my lord, that's terrible.
Let's get down to the basement. It was filled with socks.
Just got a hard socks laying around
hard
somewhere.
Socks. Crusty socks all around.
Resources were tough.
A couple hard socks laying around.
That's great.
Everybody's been through a hard sock or 2.
Shit. What is this? It's like someone put starch on it.
Listen, thank you, BMW Atlantic City. Thank you, Scanzano Sports. Thank you, Soap-Stash LLC, our Sunday
we need
show
bars,
sponsor. Our show sponsor, period. Thank you, Sports Outlet Inc., Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make them yours. GibsonMayer.com. Tom Renaud, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Mike Kelby's on the ones and twos. Rob Povian on the chat.
Chiming in.
Not in here with us today. We'll be back in about 2 weeks because I'll be in Vegas starting next Sunday. So I'll be hitting the machines, seeing what we can bring home.
Maybe we're gonna try to do a live show of him
it's a Christmas game.
at Vegas. We're trying to get a Facebook Live of Tommy at Vegas. We'll call him Tommy Vegas. We'll see how he does. Tommy Vegas.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. The best in the business. We out. See you soon. Oh, sorry. Brodo said he said it, not Pove. I thought it was Rob chiming in. I just saw R, and I was reading. Yeah, we're still on. Oh, yeah, sorry, Rye. Rye said it. Great comment, Rye. Great comment, Rye. See ya.